You ready? Okay. Hey everybody, it is week 12. It is 90 days into the carnivore diet. As you just saw, I weighed myself this morning. I am so pleased and so excited about how much weight I've lost so far. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, I recommend you do. You can kind of see where I started to where I am now. 3 months, what a change. We'll go over what I did from day 1 to day 90, things I ate, the things that I did wrong, things that I plan on improving for the future. Also, I'll have later on in the video my before and my current pictures that I just took, so stay tuned for those. Also, I'll let you guys in on how much I've actually lost so far. So let's get started. What got me started on this was I went to the emergency room June of this year, thought I was dying. I obviously did not die, thank goodness. And I decided it was time for a change. I had been exposed a little bit to keto and carnivore, and I decided to just jump right into carnivore. I went from eating bad crap one day to literally carnivore the next. If I could go back, would I do it so drastically again? Yes. I did not get this big, being able to control my portions. It did lead to a lot of GI upset.
Baby, I got IBS, I be suffering.
There was a lot of thought I was gonna poop on myself moments. So if you do it that quickly, be aware you should wear brown pants and make sure you take extra clothes when you go places. And I mean anywhere. Ask me how I know. Oh, like the most important thing I forgot. I eat cheese. There are carnivore people who straight up don't eat it and whatever floats their boat. I use spices, I do dairy. I try to stick with harder, high quality cheese. I do have a cup of coffee in the morning with heavy cream in it. Yeah, that is literally all I've ingested for the past 90 days, except if you followed me, you know this. The chicken wing saga was like a chicken wing binge for like 5 or 6 days in a row. Felt terrible. As far as exercise, I was on a rollator to start this because I couldn't go more than a couple minutes. My back would hurt so bad. I mean, it was so bad. Honestly, I would have knocked my granny out of her seat just to sit down because it hurt so bad. Right brain and his coffee, Lord. So I walked a little bit. Honestly, I didn't do too much of that. I just tried to do more stuff around the house, like doing the dishes. And let me tell you, doing the dishes was like running a 5K for me. It was. I looked like I'd run a 5K. I was literally sweating, red-faced. Yeah, it was difficult. So just trying to do stuff the first 4 weeks around the house. Do laundry. We live in a 3-story house, so going up and down the stairs, not asking right brain to get me water, doing it myself, those kinds of things. After week 4, I started bike riding and paddleboarding. I believe it was week 6 or so, somewhere in there. I've never been paddleboarding. I tried it for the first time, fell a gazillion times. And then I started walking the dogs. Well, one dog. Right brain gets the other 3. They're too crazy. I get Ryu. She's the best. She's the bestest. Yeah. And that's all I did for exercise. That's all I'm doing now. Just moving around more. Just trying to be more active. Do those things that you've been putting off because you don't want to do them. I had like a hole in the wall right brain put there that I decided yesterday to patch. And it's been staring at me for months. So that is what I did from day 1 to day. And yeah, it has been quite a journey. There's been some mental shifts, some ups, some downs, some hoorays, some not, some sad stuff. Yeah. But it has been quite an adventure. Here are some of the things I would go back and change if I went back to day one. First thing, I would eat more beef. I was eating way too much chicken and pork in the beginning, and it just isn't as satiating. So definitely more beef. The second thing is more fat. I had a fundamental misunderstanding with this diet. I thought it was high protein, moderate fat. It's high fat, moderate protein, no carbs is what it was. I was not eating enough fat, so things like ribeyes have, I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio of fat to protein. I wasn't adding butter to my steak or my burger patties I was making. So that would be number 2. Eat enough fat. Number 3, I would have started from day 1 with pictures and measurements. What I have is from week 2, which is not that far off, but like week 1 to week 2, I think I dropped 10 pounds. It was mostly water, but whatever, 10 pounds is 10 pounds, right? And lastly, and this is just kind of like a little personal hurrah kind of thing, I would have made a journal of the improvements I saw. I've seen them here and there, but being able to go back and look at it and be like, yeah, I did that, and this is much better. The times I kind of got down and was being hard on myself, I could look back at that journal and say, you know what, Amanda, it's all right. You were literally barely fitting in your car seat in the car, but hey, now you can slide your hands between your legs on the sides of the car and aren't getting like leg jammed, pressed up against the car anymore. Those are the small things we forget, but honestly, it's the small things that are almost bigger than the big things because there's so many small things. So those are the 4 things I'd change. So looking forward, I'm going to do yoga every day, whether that's 5 minutes or 15, whatever I can tolerate. I'm just going to do it every day. I don't care if it's for 5 minutes. I'm going to do it. Walk. Alpha, you can't see her, but she's right here. Ryu is going to get walked every day. She has a hurt little necky, and so she gets jostled around by the other 3 crazy sisters. So she gets a little special attention to make sure her little legs stay strong. So her and I are going to walk. Right brain gets the crazy ones. That is going to be my physical exercise goal. At some point, I think in 4 weeks, I want to add some weightlifting, some low, gentle weightlifting into there. I'm still having to take some Celebrex prescription version, I believe, because of inflammation, joint pain, and the autoimmune stuff, blah, blah, blah. So I want to go slow into this. And most of you guys probably don't know, I actually have a background in physical therapy, so don't worry, I got this. Yeah, so that's the plan moving forward, staying carnivore. This week, Right Brain and I are going to do I called it BBBCE challenge, butter, bacon, beef, cheese, eggs challenge. No pork. I've been eating a little too much pork, I believe. So we're gonna do that this next week and see how that goes. Lastly, I want to add in 1 day a week of a 24-hour fast. All right, so future plans, yoga, walk dogs, maybe do a little weightlifting, beef, continue with carnivore, keep trekking on. And what most of you probably have been waiting for, my pictures of what I've lost. We've got my front, my back, my side and side, and I have now lost, from day 1 to today, I have lost 52 pounds. Yes, 52 pounds in 3 months. That is amazing. So, I hope you guys continue to follow me. I hope if you are in the same boat as me or near it or whatever, you're either consider willing to do carnivore or something of that, honestly, keto's a really great option if carnivore is a little too strict. I do carnivore specifically because I have these autoimmune problems and have so many issues. Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot to mention. When I started this, I had type 2 diabetes and my triglycerides were through the roof. They were 343. High. Did I mention I'm 33? Okay. As of right now, I am no longer a diabetic. I am no longer even pre-diabetic. And the last check I had of my triglycerides is they were like 150. So, woo woo. I also have, if you're interested, some comments and notes from my PCP and my cardiologist on my website, Carnivorous Me. So visit if you're interested. I also have more pictures and my blog if you want to read it. That goes a little more in depth week to week. If not, that's cool too. Hopefully I'll see you here. Thank you everybody for being on this journey with me. I appreciate and love all of you guys so much. Don't forget to like, click, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.